presentation will discuss on media representation of domestic violence against women and children. This presentation is by Kelly Fu and Peter Miao. Some of the topics covered in this presentation include the introduction, media portrayal of women, the importance and the accuracy of reports regarding violence against women. Next, Pina will share about the introduction.
In an era dominated by the media, its far-reaching impact on shaping public perception and attitude remains undeniable. One of the key issues requiring our attention is the portrayal of domestic violence against women and children in various forms of media. What I derive into the intricate interplay between media representations and a deeper understanding of this pressing social issue. The way in which domestic abuse is portrayed in the media has a considerable impact on the public. The development of natural politics and corrective effects have been taken to overcome this serious trait. These applications become particularly evident as we negative in the case of the media. In order to estimate the extent of the media's influence, we must explain its current state, the portrayal impact, and the underlying message. Based on this analysis, we can explore the steps necessary to encourage unbiased and empower portrayals. This report provide an in-depth look at the distortions that exist in media coverage of violence against women and children and their potentially grave consequences. Next. In the shocking indictment that made international headlines, 48 women were sexualized except by 60 men in New York's Central Park on a hot Sunday afternoon after the patrol weekend they protested in 2000 years. The group of men ascribed their aggression throwing water on the women, restraining them, sparing them of their clothes, and sexually assaulting some of them. What was accurately describing was the introspection of the police and the media in the aftermath of the incident. Intro news report quoted police statement downplayed the violence, describing it as involving a few women and a small group of men, endorsing the police department's handling of the situation. When multiple victims shared their terrifying experience that their cries for help when unhandled by police, the surveys of the indictment starting to surface. The emergency of videos taken by bystanders further related the full extent of the indictment to the public. Police sources and reports continue to downplay the indictment unit, mounting pressure, forcing Mayor Giuliani to express outrage and launch an investigation. Now I'm talk about how media portrayal of women. This article discusses the media portrayal of violence against women, highlighting how it tends to isolate such incidents as a minor rather than seeing them as interconnected social problems brought in social economic factors. This approach prevents a comprehensive understanding of the problem and embodies collective social responsibility. The media's celebrities' portrayal of women as masterminds of heinous crimes or victims of lesser offenses affects both the legal system's handling of cases involving women and public perception. In addition, judges' descriptions may be influenced by adherence to traditional values that reinforce harmful garden norms, thus affecting the highlighting of similar cases within the large framework. Overall, this article highlights how media receptions can particularly distort perceptions, enhance deeper understanding, and influence systems' response to violence against women. Firstly, in decline of violence against women tend to be isolated and attract attention in the media, referring the notion that such violence is a disorder or stem from aberrant behavior. Second, it prevents a deeper understanding of the social economic factors that contribute to such violence and allows society to avoid collective responsibility for the problem. This portrayal greatly influenced the way the legal system handles cases involving women and public perception. In addition, judges make decisions that reference strong headlines to traditional American views, which may further reinforce harmful gender norms and subsequently influence the heading of similar cases within the justice system. Next, I will pass to Katie.
So I'm going to be discussing the importance violence against women is seen in medias and news reports. A case where a father drew national attention after he shot his 9-year-old and 6-year-old daughters while his mother listened was barely discussed in the media. And various news reports have stated that Bertollia had a history of assaults against his daughters. However, the news reports were very brief and short, and they barely filled half a page. And these media sources did not provide further coverage on the story and did not do much investigation. And so little attention was brought to it. This actually shows that the violence against women and children aren't deemed as important in the eyes of the media. And some of these can be seen by news reports blaming on testosterone and stupidity, having a dismissive attitude, as well as pushing the blame onto the victim or the assailant. And it also includes comparative reporting and lack of attention to prior violence, such as when the assault has happened once or twice and a news report doesn't discuss that much, and as well as the perpetrator victim relationship, for example, saying that the the victim and the perpetrator had an intimate relationship and therefore it's not deemed as important, as well as misdemeanor murders and rapes that can be seen as normal or being normalized and therefore unserious. Moving on to the accuracy of reports regarding violence against women. So actually, 1 in 3 women globally has experienced physical and or sexual assault, and it's most of the time at the hands of an intimate partner. To conclude, the ongoing sexual assaults are still rampant to this day, and as well, certain media still continues to portray it in a biased light. To sum up what has been discussed in this presentation, it is crucial that news reports provide an unbiased and accurate perspective, as the media's portrayal of domestic abuse against women and children has far-reaching effects. While the media has the ability to shed light on society's hidden issues, it can also unintentionally promote negative stereotypes and preconceptions. The way media portrays violence against women and children can lead to dire consequences and ramping down the seriousness of the situation, such as the judge having forced the woman to wed the husband after he punched her in the mouth. It also emphasizes the necessity to reassess how the media is portrayed in order to serve for good, and an effort can be made to provide information that not just increases knowledge, but also dispels ingrained preconceptions by encouraging media professionals, such as activists and policymakers, to collaborate. Furthermore, the development of media portrayals of domestic abuse not just reflects our beliefs, but also advances the social changes we hope to see. We've come to the end of the presentation. Thank you for listening.